guys, welcome to a new video. I'm just going to install the skimmer box here. So I've got a few things here that we need. We need obviously a knife, sharp knife. We need some washing up liquid mixed with water in a cup. I've got my screws. Now if any of you guys are watching this, I am missing one screw. So if any of you have got a spare one, please let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to buy it off you. Okay, we've got the wide mouth gasket. The wide mouth faceplate tells you which way it goes up. Sharp knife and the silicone. So I will be combining the gasket with some silicone just to give it a bit extra adhesion. And this is called Bondit Premier HA6 marine grade RTV silicone sealant. This is the best stuff I've managed to find. I know you can get a gold label, but this is quite a bit cheaper and it's a lot easier to use. It's not very stiff for pulling the trigger on this applicator gun. So what I need to do is basically cut a hole, silicone it, put the gasket on and then the faceplate on there, and essentially that's what we're going to be doing today. So I just want to show you the installation process of the Kockney wide mouth skimmer box. Obviously you've seen my previous video where I put it together and put it on the actual wall of the sleeper. If you haven't checked that video out, I will put a link in the description box in terms of my review of this, as well as the installation in the sleeper. So without further ado, let's have a look at the installation. So I'm just going to cut it. So my recommendation is you give yourself a bit of room for error, don't do it precise. So our first job really is to clean it out, because if you're like me, it will have accumulated a lot of dust. So what you want to do is just literally give it a clean. So, got the silicone, just need to silicone the holes. Right, I put a bit of silicone on. So I'm going to put a bead of silicone on the faceplate. So I just put that on there. Bead of silicone. isn't actually necessary, but it will help give you a better seal. So I just need to slot that onto the skimmer, so we get it in there. And then I want to put some on the front plate. Right. It is a messy job, so just make sure you get it right. And the silicone will help it stay in place. It's just a matter of get your knife and then cut away. And when using a sharp knife, be bloody careful. So I just need to test roughly where that's going to go. Okay. Silicone from here. Here. to make sure we get it in the right place. Like so. Same here, like so. Just put a little bit in. Same at this side. Right, all the screws I've got have gone in. Right, when you've got the majority of your screws in, get a normal screwdriver and do it by hand. You don't want to be using a power drill. Just needs to be hand tight, no tighter than that. Right, I think we've got that in there properly. It's done a good job. So what I think I might do is put a bead of silicone around the outer edge here and here and here, and then I think it was someone on YouTube. He's quite a popular fiberglasser for ponds, and he recommends that you put a bead of silicone along here inside the actual skimmer, just to give it a bit of a better seal. But you must be mindful not to block the holes in there where the weir door will slot into. So without further ado, all I'm going to do is put a small bead of silicone along there, same along here. The reason I like this this silicone brand is it gives you a small nozzle as well, which is just the right size for giving you a good bead. Doesn't matter if you put too much on, you can always wipe it down. That's why I like to use a bit of washing up liquid with water in a glass. So let's just put another bead here. Okay, I think we're done with that. So, as mentioned, I want to put a bead of silicone on the inside here. I would probably say it's a good idea to get your weir door and put that in first before you start putting silicone there. So that's the weir door, guys. It's got a bit of foam on the other side to make it float, and the idea is it does that, and as it's bobbing around like that, it'll let debris and muck and whatever get in. So we need to make sure that's in there. So might be an idea to put a small bead of silicone along there as well, and up there and up there. So yeah, once we've done that, and I think we've got a decent bead of silicone, I recommend you just give it a few minutes because believe it or not, this HA6 marine silicone actually does set quite quickly. I'm just getting some of the washing up liquid on my fingers, and I'm just gonna mould it to the actual liner. And just moulding it to give us a good seal. So it's a good tip this, guys, if you are trying to use silicone, it's a good idea to get some washing up liquid. Hopefully you find this little tip quite useful. If you got too much, just take it off with your finger. So this is something you can't do with gloves. So don't try using gloves, guys, because it won't work. Just be really careful cutting with a sharp knife. I don't want you cutting your hands like me. Okay. So I forget what the company was in terms of the fiberglass that recommends you do this. You know, silicone in it on the inside. I think it's GR lining, something like that. But I'll put something on the screen for you to see, so you can, you know, find out who it is. I'll also put a link in the description box if you want to check out his YouTube channel. Just a big shout out to him for giving this tip. It'll be really helpful. You know, that's what it's all about, guys. The YouTube community in the koi world is you're helping each other out. So when we've sort of got us to a point where we think, yeah, that's a great job, I don't have a problem with what I've done there, you can wipe it down. You could even dab a bit of that washing up liquid onto your bit of kitchen towel just to get the silicone off. Right, since I'm missing a screw, I'm just screwing that in. just so the silicone doesn't block it. So if I manage to get another screw to put there, that will fit in there, no problems. Right guys, I will give you a closer look now to show you the skimmer box. Kockney koi, I think it's a Yashimi skimmer box, and we'll call that a day. So I'll just show you that, guys, now. So here's the skimmer box, guys. As you can see, that's how it looks. So I'll just point out the things that I've done extra to this. Obviously you see me put the silicone on both sides of the gasket. So I've put a bead of silicone that goes all the way up there, along there, and up the side of there. We've put bead of silicone on the inside of here, and going up there and up there. Bead of silicone on the inside there, going up the side of the walls as well. So essentially that's it completed. Obviously we've got the weird door, just show you. That will obviously move like that, you know, freely. I'll have to keep coming out here just to make sure the silicone doesn't adhere to the actual weird door itself. Or I may just take the weird door out and just give it a bit of a clean. So essentially that's it really. So let me know in the comments what you think. Does it look good? I just need to repair the back side of that and glue that, so the top cover will fit nicely. But essentially this is the skimmer completed. So the only thing I need to do really is put a screw in there, and then it will look quite decent. So again guys, remember as always, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I noticed YouTube's been unsubscribing some of my members, so just make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I would appreciate it. And to those of you who have won the gift in upcoming videos, I'll get that posted out to you when I have the available time.